Hey there, I'm Jess Ray. I've got a new record, and that means I've got new songs to talk about. On this season of the podcast, we're talking about my album, Mama. I sit in my own kitchen with a couple of my very best friends, and we go through the whole album, song by song. We pull on threads, we follow themes, and we see where the conversation goes. And as you listen, I hope you find something you're looking for along the way. Thanks for being here. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. We're having a good time. I've got Teal and Kat with me, and we're talking about my new songs, but then, just seeing where the conversation goes from there. And it's been really great. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being on this with me and, sharing your insights and wisdom. And I just love you guys. We're going to talk about another song today called Bless It All. And maybe we'll just start by listening to it.
My wandering mind, oversized dreams, my instinct things aren't as they seem. My tender heart, sensitive skin, I've been this way since I don't
There it is. Bless it all.
So this song kind of has the 3 sections.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get into that, maybe just talk about how you started writing this, what it came out of.
Okay, so interesting thing musically, which I know you'll definitely pick up on, is okay. So all my songs on this record, with almost no exceptions, they go from like the 1 chord to the 4 chord in the first. Let me just see if I can pull this off. So it's like, I lost myself some time ago. If you see me, would you let me know? Try to have a baby, and it's still a baby. I've got no pretenses. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's literally every song. What's the next one? Wake up early, right before the sun. And then what's Mama? Holy owl in the night, watch until the morning light. So I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many songs going 1 to 4. I've got to break it up. Right. And so the whole song is just those 3 chords. Uh-huh. And so really like the first idea I had was just like, I've got to have at least one song that does not just go from the 1 to the 4. Now, granted, most great songs go from
the 1 to the 4. Yeah,
it's just like that's normal. But it was just this realization that's like, oh, almost every song that I've written on this record follows a similar first couple of chords. Obviously, they're all in different keys, so you can't like really perceive how redundant that is. But it just felt so fun to break it up musically and just go with a totally different chord progression. And to me, it's really relieving for my ears when I listen through the record. And where we ended up putting it was track 6, I think.
Yeah. Well, and even like instrument wise and vibe wise, it
electric
stands
piano
out from everything else.
Like all of that. And so yeah, it was just a fun. I knew I wanted to start to try to, what the song is about, like start to try to articulate that. It was the latest song that I wrote for the record. So it's the most recent for the whole record. And yeah, I had done enough work on the record to realize it'd really be nice if it was a different chord progression. So it was fun to kind of find a different place to sit musically with it. And then, yeah, I mean, certainly it's just, each verse has its own, thing, where it's like the first one is about me, the second one's about Kyle, and the third one is about both of us together. Other fun fact is that I think I've only written, this may literally be it's the third song I've ever written about Kyle. So I think in a good way, when I write one, it feels like so special, like, because I just haven't written a lot of them. And when I do, it's like very much like articulating some deep things about our relationship and the way we interact and the parts of God that I see in him and, that kind of thing. So it was just, it felt nice after 8 years of marriage to finally write another song about Kyle and try to, I don't know, capture where we are right now in our lives together. So.
Yeah, so we start off talking about Jess Ray Langdon.
Yep. First verse is about me, and certainly contrasts to Kyle. I would say, things I learned about myself early on when we were married was just, I would have thought I was a pretty like stable person, and maybe in some ways I am, but it's just like if you were to graph my emotional swings in a day compared to his, I started to realize, whoa, like there are some high highs and some low lows. And he just kind of moves more steadily. And so, I mean, I'm just, you guys know me more than most people do. And so, yeah, there's a leading with my emotions a lot of the time and deep feelings. And I think there is also just like a perception of things underneath the surface for me. There's like a discerning of like who people are, maybe like underneath layers of them, and a real like love for like calling that out in people. But it often means I can get attached to people and things like really quickly just because I can be so moved by who someone is. And then, along with that is certainly some like gullibleness and, just hoping the best, wishing the best, wishful thinking, maybe not always. Yeah. So that is a weird combo of like, I'm pretty discerning, but also could get one pulled over on me like as well. That's a weird, I don't know. I'm already tired of talking about myself. Let's move on to the next verses.
well, maybe we can talk about herself.
Yes, always.
So,
as if she's not here.
Yes. So, just go back to the piano.
Sorry.
So, you're kind of talking about like, we're all a package deal, right? So there's things about us that, are, if it's one coin, then it has two sides, right. And so, you have a very tender heart towards people and you see people, and then but then also you have discernment, and then also there's an experience of like, maybe sometimes someone wasn't who you thought they were.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they are who you thought they were. But one of the things I really love in this is how you talk about the last line. After you say you fall in love with everyone, you say, I caught a glimpse and now I see the edges of all that can be. And to me, I was like, that it so well describes one of the things about you that is who you are. And I don't know if you want to talk about that as well, but just this idea of you as someone that like, can see into things that other people can't see.
Yeah. I think this like prophetic vision piece, but the kind of self revelation that happens when we bump up against someone else intimately, whether that's a friend or a spouse or a significant other, strikes me as having like a couple ways it can go. And one of those ways can be just like, oh my gosh, I wish I was more like this person, or the opposite of what you're saying, which is sort of a curse it all mentality.
Yeah.
Or compared, like sort of deeply comparative. And I think maybe there's something in that that's just part of the process initially, like the sifting through. But yeah, I'd love to hear you talk about like when that happened to you in relationship with Kyle, what was your internal response to realizing like my emotions go all over the place in a day, his stay pretty steady.
Yep.
Because I think the opposite reaction is sometimes our reaction, which is like, I'm amazing and they need to be like me.
Totally.
Right?
Yes.
And it strikes me that this song is sort of giving us a different way, maybe.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's so true. I think at first my reaction when I have felt our differences is, what's wrong with you? This is the way people should be.
Yes.
Which is so wrong.
It's amazing to be me.
Totally.
You should be like me.
Yeah. Like I think I am someone who like shoots from the hip. Like I just gut reaction, which is reactivity a lot of the time. And it might be like action, but it's like sometimes it's just reactive and not thought through, which is when we're in public and someone needs help and I just go do the thing, or I can tell like something's about to happen with the kids and I, our nieces and nephews, and I'm like, I'm able to like perceive action needs to be made. There's great things about taking action and about being quick to do what needs to be done and say what needs to be said. And then when you compare it to someone who takes his time and speaks when he's ready and speaks precisely and thoughtfully, it can be perceived as passivity. It can be perceived as not caring because I'm comparing it to me,
Yeah.
And so I think one of the journeys we've been on is at first our differences pulled us apart, turned us against each other. We're getting in a different season where our differences paired together are a super team. And there's this like vision that I have, and there's this like precision with how he does his life, that if we can learn to get those two things working together, we're unstoppable. But there have been times where it's just like, yeah, but we're enemies.
That's right.
If we continue to curse in one another the way that we're made. And if we bless it and like are starting to move together, it's quite a combination.
Yeah.
But there's some death to my perception and my and some changing of my mind that has had to happen to see that. So yeah.
It takes time, folks. That's
It
what I'm
does.
hearing.
It really does.
So if you're not there in your marriage or in your relationship,
Yeah.
don't be discouraged.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's not ideal to be brought together with someone who's just like you. Like you think you want that. It's actually so narcissistic to like want another copy of myself to be married to.
Right.
But it's actually so much more beautiful for that person to be themselves and to draw out from me and me from them, like the best versions of ourselves. And like, yeah.
I mean, this could be heard as like an Eden song of sorts. Like, of course, like blessing and like priestly blessing of God over humanity, of humanity over creation is, of course, sort of contained in the early chapters of Genesis. And then this is about your own marriage and coming together and experiencing it as a blessing. Did you think about that at all as you were writing that?
I didn't, but I love that. I mean, I do believe in the idea that like each person's home really can be a little Eden. And so that's certainly something I've thought about over the years of just like creating in this one spot, you know, the space that we've been given, that our dwelling place could be that little like heavenly Eden-like spot, you know, is a beautiful idea. But certainly, yeah, the idea of blessing and cursing feels really important in this season of life for us because, yeah, I can continue to curse the path that I'm on, the life that I have, because it doesn't look how I wanted. But I'm learning to bless it instead and to receive it and watch like Eden, like flourishing happen from that blessing. And working with it instead of against it, working with Kyle and who he is instead of against him, working together in the ways that we're designed and not against them has been a good thing that we're still figuring out, by the way.
One of my favorite Jess songs, we were just talking about this, is Kindness, which is also a Kyle song. And you have a line in there about talking about yourself, cursing what I've blessed before. Feels like a little, this is sort of a
that's such,
more mature.
I didn't think of that.
Part of the journey.
Yeah.
Which again is, that's talking about my ability to throw a dramatic fit, you know? And to be totally. Yeah, absolutely. That it's just this trend in my life when things are tough or I don't understand them, you know, to rail at God or Kyle or whoever. And
I can't relate at all. But that sounds hard, Jess.
It's our burden to bear.
Yep, that's
Indeed.
right.
We'll pray for you.
Thank you. Please do. Amazing. Second verse is about Kyle.
Yeah, let's talk about
talk about
Kyle.
Kyle, are you
He's
listening?
listening in right
Are his
now.
ears burning? Gosh, yeah, I love this. I love this verse. It was just so sweet writing this song. Just trying to get the words right and craft it for him. But yeah, he is a person that moves at a patient pace. I think sometimes that drives me nuts. That he just moves slowly through things. And I think what I end up feeling more than anything is jealousy. I'm jealous of his ability to do one thing at a time and to do it really, really well. And to have, why is this already making me cry? Like have positioned his life and like approached his life for so long, not in a hurry. And so when I am in nothing but a hurry most of the time, you know, I'm jealous of living that way and learning, I think, in a cool way to like, try to join him on that level. Yeah, it's awesome. Why am I?
You love him.
But yeah, he does. He's not a man of many words unless you get him on the right subject. Then he's a man of many, many words. Like any Enneagram 5. Get him talking about the right thing and he'll talk a ton, but day to day, he may not express a ton, but when he does, it's very like calculated, very precise in his language, very like thoughtful in what he says, which is so sweet. Definitely in the Rays, we're just like, we're all gut, we're all feeling, we're all speak quickly, think not enough before we speak. And then you've got Kyle who will just wait and wait and wait. And then when he does speak, it has a lot of weight to it because he's not forcing his voice in. So that's certainly something I'm learning a lot. And then I love the end of the verse because it's it really is true. It's like metaphorical, but it's like really true about him. So we just moved into this house a year ago. Before that, maybe I talked about this on another episode, but we were going to buy a house and then it fell through and then we ended up living with my brother for a year. So there was this big gap between our old house and the one we're in now. And before we left our old house, Kyle, so in the backyard was this beautiful tree called a Rose of Sharon tree. And this tree was probably like 50 years old. So it was pretty large, not like a big tree, but it's like kind of like a Japanese maple or something like that size. But like, 50 years old. So it's like established. And he found 2 saplings of those nearby, and he uprooted them, kept them in a pot, and actually kept them for an entire year behind my brother's house, checking on them, hoping like, are they going to make it through till we can figure out where we're going to live? So when we got here, it was so sweet because he, planted it in the front of our house because he loved that tree so much from our old house. And so it's just like so sweet that it's just like, I don't know how big that tree is going to get in our lifetime and how much we'll get to see it grow. But for him to, to plant that tree in our yard and just, I think what is so neat about Kyle, that's truly a rare quality in this era, is the ability to think long term. Like he will make decisions and work towards something, not only like in a day, he'll take a long time to do one task, which, for me, I'm just like, we got to get the thing, I think there's a female part of that too. That's just like, I know what needs to get done. And there's this like timing piece that I know who needs to get cared for and what needs to happen as we arrive at a, something we got to do or hosting people or whatever. Kyle's able to just move so like methodically through one thing at a time. So he not only does that in like in a day or like that smaller part, but he'll plan something for months at a time. He'll save stuff up so that he can use it much later down the road, or he'll plant things or grow things that he may never see the results of, which I just think is super rare these days, is someone who will think beyond their own life and towards like sowing for like generations or for what will take years of time or decades of time. So anyway, certainly learning from him.
I love that. And then, so third verse, it's you guys together. Talk to us about what you sort of make note of here.
Yeah. So, I mean, this verse is very special because, I think it's the heart of it is embracing. This all feels so tender. Yeah, I don't know, y'all.
Take your time.
Yeah.
That's right. We got loads of time.
Yeah. The third verse is
deep breaths all around.
Yeah. Oh my. But the third verse, take 3. Sorry, I'm trying to get myself together. It really is embracing the reality that we're in and the potential that maybe what we want to happen may not play out. And that, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have to live all the time suspended between two futures. No, I mean, that's what's weird, is it's like I'm in the present, but I live with two futures in front of me, diverging paths of having children or not, that it's hard to live there all the time. And you so badly want, in some ways, as much as you want the thing you want to happen, to have children, you almost just want to be freed to move on with your daggum life because it's a beautiful one. And so I think living between those two things is difficult. And we're still contending and hoping and praying towards having kids. But there was a beautiful breakthrough for me in writing this third verse that really was me saying it out loud. You know, that if what comes from us is children, or it's just what we mother and father into the world and other people,
Yes.
that we bless that. Like, that was such a breakthrough for me to be able to verbalize it in this. So yeah, the point I'm making that is certainly, I mean, in this verse could be contained all of those things, but what will come from you and me is going to last, whatever it may be. And then I think, yeah, when you have kids, the best of both of you ends up in them, you know? And it was a sweet thing to imagine that the way he thinks and his wisdom, and then my like passion and my tender heart and my vision for life would be born again through a million other things and people around us. Rescue me, ladies. Yes. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, I think the suspension, even if people haven't walked through infertility, I mean, I obviously in our story relate deeply to that. This is how difficult the like when I can't see what's coming and it feels like two divergent paths or more than two. But I think exactly what you're talking about as one of your gifts of sort of this future insight, this like intuition into what needs to be done in order to get to a future.
Wow. Yep. Totally.
Right? Becomes your enemy. In a season
So true.
when you don't know what the future is. And
Yes.
and that I have experienced, because our husbands are similar and different, but similar in the very present tense way that they operate. And, and I'm both so maddened by that and so grateful for it.
Totally.
As someone who always wants to be sort of moving towards this future option. And in a season when you just don't know, to have someone putting their hand to the plow next to you in that very present, earthy kind of way, is this like stake in the ground. And when I hear you saying even like the trees like are like literal stakes in the ground, you're in a season when you're like returning home. And there's sort of a grounding and a coming back in that. And man, I just think there's probably so many people who maybe not infertility, but have this sense of like, I just don't know what the future holds. And I'm finding that to be really paralyzing in my ability to like operate in the present. Yeah. So Kat, I wonder what you would say about that, our resident almost counselor.
Well, I think, gosh, I have so many thoughts. The first thing though that I was thinking about while Jess was talking was just this idea of like, no matter what, there will be fruit from your life.
Totally.
And I can say that to both of you right now. And I know that you know it, but it's just like, no matter what, there already is, and there will continue to be, and even long after you're gone, there will be fruit from your life, because that's just the way that God works. You know, we are the fruit of generations, behind us, even if they're not like in our bloodline. We're just of like generations of believers behind us. There's that fruit. So no matter what, there will be fruit. And then, as far as just that not knowing, I always come back to this idea of like, is time really just a cliff? It seems like it's a mountain that we're climbing, but is it really just a cliff that we're always on the edge of? Meaning like, we never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
We actually never know what's going to happen. So when there are things in our life that remind us of that, there is such a curse feeling about it, but there's also actually a blessing in it of the reminder of, but you actually never know what's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah. That's right.
And I mean, I remember just like, in 2020 when the world started shutting down, that was a good reminder of that, like at any moment, things can just be completely different than you thought they were going to be. And of course, like we experienced that in really difficult circumstances, sometimes in amazing circumstances. I could have never dreamed, but yeah, we just do not know what's coming no matter who we are. And then if we are in a season that's just like, and I've had the past couple of years and still I'm in a season where I literally don't know what's going to happen. It draws you in closer to the Lord. It certainly, if you have community, like it draws you into that as well. And then it is just this reminder that that's actually always true all the time.
That's right.
And yeah, it's a gift to be reminded that, because it reminds you of the value in what you're already investing in, the value in the present, like in what Kyle, we were saying, does so well is like being in the present and not rushing ahead. It reminds you of the beauty of that and the value of that. So.
That's really good. There was an article I read a few years ago that was so helpful for me in this, partly because I needed sort of the technicality of the way he constructed an argument. But it's by Matt Anderson, who's at Baylor and does some other things. But the title of the article was called something like, "Do we have a right to have children?" Speaking to Christians. And connecting to like some technology related to fertility and that kind of thing. But the helpfulness for me in that was it pointed to, are there places for all of us where we have assumed something was a right rather than a gift? And I think this song is about receiving gift, right? And like blessing rather than getting what you're entitled to, or making the world in your own image in some real way, like making your spouse in your own image, making your life in your own image and with a ton of control, which is just so tempting.
Yeah,
if
it really is
possible.
Yes. But wouldn't that be great?
Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that back to like blessing and curse, like that would be such a curse.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Like that would be the ultimate curse, to just be like, you get everything your own way.
Truly.
Thank you, God,
Yeah. And I mean, we see that in scripture, right? Like the curse of God giving you over to what you want, And I even think about in Isaiah, and it shows up in other places in scripture, but this idea of like misnaming, like calling good evil and evil good, right? The desire to sort of, without this sort of external orientation to like what is actually good. Like the reality is every single day the world's telling me like control is ideal.
Right.
And like self-focus is ideal.
Yep.
And it can be alluring.
Totally.
Yes.
Y'all are smart.
Bless it all.
Good word. Seriously, especially that last one, the curse. It would be a curse.
Yeah.
To live in complete control of everything where it is all serving me. Like, that is such a curse. Thanks, y'all. Great conversation. I loved that.
Thanks for sharing. So, thanks for giving this to us
as
a blessing.
I want to be able to talk about it, but it's like, obviously it triggers a lot of emotion. And so glad we got through it. Thanks for helping me wade through it. And thanks, guys.
Thanks for sharing.
And y'all, thank you for listening. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day. Well, hey, friends. Hope you enjoyed that conversation. And if you really enjoyed it, I hope you'll leave us a comment or a really good review, or you'll send it to a friend that should hear it. If you're looking for me elsewhere, I'm mostly on Instagram, but I have also started a SUBSTACK where I'll be sharing prayers and devotional writings and poems, and I'd love to find you over there as well. Before I let you go, I got to say some thank yous. First, thank you to Kat Miller and to Teal Wojcicki for being in this conversation with me. Thank you so much to my husband, Kyle Langdon, for producing and engineering and editing this podcast so that you guys could hear it and see it. And thank you so much to my Patreon community who has funded my music career for the past 5 years. If you're interested in becoming a patron at a free or paid level, I would love to have you on my team and stay more in touch with you. So go to patreon.com/JessRay to sign up. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to catch you next time. Bye.